Welcome to 5-Minute Mics with Finlos. Today I'm sharing the Austrian Audio OC16 for its use with vocal recording. It is a large diaphragm cardioid condenser microphone that uses the company's open acoustic technology, and that's where the O and OC comes from, as in open condenser. Everything you are hearing, except for the comparisons later in the video, are recorded on the OC16 in neutral mode through the Lewitt Connect 6 with no post-processing. At the time of this recording, it retails new for about $399, and for that price you get a foam carrying case, the microphone, firm mount, and a shock mount. The microphone is labeled as being designed in Austria. It is marketed as an all-around mic, good for both vocals and instruments, and I would expect this to hold true. It uses the same capsule, the CKR6, as the OC18. I think this specific comparison is a good one in order to make the point of not paying for more than what you need. You lose extremely little to nothing in terms of quality between the OC16 and 18. The OC16 comes with the kit I mentioned before, has a high-pass filter with positions for both 40 Hz and 160 Hz, and a self-noise of 14 dB. What you gain with the OC18 with your extra $450 or so is an extra high-pass position at 80 Hz, a pad for either -10 or -20 dB, and an 11 dB self-noise, and of course the bragging rights of saying that your mic was fully designed and assembled in Austria, where the OC16 is manufactured in China, other than the capsule, which is hand-built in Vienna. One other difference is that the OC18 has greatly reduced side supports for the basket, which is supposed to reduce the potential internal sound reflections. The overall design and construction of this mic is impeccable. It feels solid in the hand and looks sharp, a clean update to a classic style for studio condenser mics. It takes cues from many of the AKG designs to which this could be considered kin, given the background of the two companies. It's easy to see the large diaphragm through the mesh shielding, and that shielding feels sufficient, but does have some give if you press too hard, which, why would you do that? Both the firm mount and shock mount are welcome additions to the package and are effective at their tasks. The whole of the microphone is metal, while the mounts are both durable plastic. The mic is natural sounding, capturing the quality of my voice to a fault. There is the slightest of bumps and highs to add clarity and detail, but the lows are absolutely smooth. When I say the mic captures my voice to a fault, I want to emphasize that any fault is in my vocal control. Where many other mics' neutral tones are clear and harsh, the OC16 is clear and warm. I could see this mic serving as an end-level upgrade to a podcaster or voiceover artist who is upgrading from an entry-level mic and wants the warmth of a condenser, the quality of European design, the accuracy of a well-built capsule, but without the need or budget for extra features or the most minor of tonal differences that the vast majority of people would not notice. As a condenser, care needs to be taken with plosives and room noise, but this mic is more forgiving of those issues due to its good cardioid pattern implementation and effective shock mount. But good technique should still be practiced for the best tone, including using a good pop filter and keeping the mic slightly off axis. This is a true-to-tone mic, so you will need to experiment with proximity to find the depth of the dark tones you prefer, but it does not require you to be up close for warmth like dynamics and some modern condensers. The OC16 excels at vocal uses. In that realm, I see this mic best serving for solo podcasts, professional voiceovers or voice acting, or studio recording. Here are a few comparisons of other condenser microphones so you can hear the OC16 in context. First is the original Neat Worker B, which has a cardioid pickup pattern and sold with a shock mount. This model has been replaced by a new version, but this one is still relatively easy to find. Matron, the children of whose love each to his grave and youth hath passed, and now the mold is heaped above the dearest and the last. Bride, who dost wear the widow's veil before the wedding flowers are pale. Next is the Aston Origin large diaphragm cardioid condenser. This is the black bundle which included the shock mount and pop filter. Matron, the children of whose love each to his grave and youth hath passed, and now the mold is heaped above the dearest and the last. Bride, who dost wear the widow's veil before the wedding flowers are pale. Now is the Earthworks Ethos, which has dropped significantly in price. This is often labeled as a condenser challenger to the Shure SM7B in terms of tone and quality. Matron, the children of whose love each to his grave and youth hath passed, and now the mold is heaped above the dearest and the last. Bride, who dost wear the widow's veil before the wedding flowers are pale. Finally is the JZ Black Hole 2 cardioid condenser microphone. This mic has no pads or filters but offers boutique design and quality. Matron, the children of whose love each to his grave and youth hath passed, and now the mold is heaped above the dearest and the last. Bride, who dost wear the widow's veil before the wedding flowers are pale. I will include additional audio samples in the details for this video. You can check out my affiliate links to purchase this mic or any of my gear, but I always recommend trying to find pre-owned equipment first. Check me out with this and all my other microphones on the Finlos Lives podcast at finloslives.com. I'd love to hear what you thought about the Austrian Audio OC16 or any of the mics featured in this video, so leave a comment below. If you appreciate this content, please be sure to like and subscribe. Be kind to your voice.